The following portion of the Arizona Daily Mix is sponsored by University of Phoenix.
Welcome back. I have a question for you. What is workplace belonging? Well, if you're in the same boat as me and you're not sure, last week I spoke with Dr. Kimberly Underwood from the University of Phoenix about the research recently founded about workplace belonging. Good morning, Dr. Underwood. How are you?
Good morning, Brad. How are you?
I'm doing really good, and I'm so glad we are talking this topic here. And I want to make sure I say everything right, because we are talking about the term belonging and why it's important in the workplace right now.
Absolutely. Belonging has become that topic that has emerged as the topic when we talk about DEIB management. And so when we think about belonging, it is the sense of being accepted and included by those around you. Specifically in the workplace, it means individuals feel they're being treated equitably, they're respected, they can feel comfortable fully contributing to an organizational outcome or goals, and they can bring their full authentic selves into the workplace. And so within our University of Phoenix Research Center, through two parallel studies, we focus on both higher education and the workforce and looked at how the presence or absence of social capital impacts a sense of belonging for students and workers of color.
Yeah, this research is so amazing. Let's talk about the study a little bit more about workplace and in higher education and people wanting to belong.
Absolutely. In both of these studies, strong feelings of belonging were associated with the presence of social capital, meaning the resources that arise from the web of relationships we build with those around us and that contribute to our professional goals. Findings from our higher education study suggest students of color experience a higher sense of belonging when there is a strong presence of support services, faculty interactions, and career development services. And then findings from our workplace study suggest relationships such as mentoring and sponsorship, networking, and collaborations are important to employees of color when reflecting upon their sense of belonging within the workforce. And so this means that leaders need to take a more active role in the process of employee development and move beyond simply providing the resources for onboarding and functioning within one's current position. When leaders become co-pilots within the continued development of all of their employees, it helps all employees to identify, utilize, and benefit from the resources that are not always readily available to all within the workplace.
You know, you touched upon a lot of things there, and that's, of course, mentoring and making sure that people feel belong. So how do people actually create a workplace in a higher education to make people feel like they belong?
Great question. It starts with thinking about what is your purpose and what is the business case for you as an organization to think about belonging. There was a recent study, and there have been several studies that have looked at how belongingness benefits organizations, whether we're talking about better engagement, whether we're talking about taking less sick days, whether we're talking about building on branding and reputation. All of this is important to organizations. So it's important for employers to start thinking about how do they look at belongingness through the lens of their employees. If we were to compare the workforce to, say, real estate, our study suggests that it is a buyer's market. Specifically, employees are making strategic decisions about what they need within the working environment, and many within our study noted a willingness to leave if their organizations do not treat them with respect and they feel they don't belong. So belongingness becomes that concept that we all need to think about as leaders and managers.
Wow, this is such great information, especially at this time as we see people graduating, getting back into the workforce. So where can we find more information?
We are presenting both of these studies on June 11th within our annual Inclusive Leadership Summit. The event is open to the public, and you can register at phoenix.edu/inclusiveleaders.
Doctor, thank you very much for joining us this morning.
Thank you so much for having me.